Now, I'm not going to be perfect at this game. There's going to be fuck-ups. There's going to be deaths, probably. There's going to be me fumbling about. I'm not the best at, Broken Sword, but I will do my best to complete these games in this in the stream that we've got right now. So for the first game, I'm going to be completing it today on as long as I'll take. Hopefully not 5 hours. Hopefully shorter than that. But yeah, let's begin, shall we? Broken Sword 1, Shadow of the Templars, Director's Cut. There it is. Now, I'm going to turn it down on the stream side so it's not too loud. I will turn my mic off whenever a important cutscene's happening. But for the most part, no bother. No bother at all for me to just talk and hopefully be heard from. So yeah, this is Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars Director's Cut. I played the original, something like this. It was a lot more grainy and such, a lot more bare bones in a way. And I don't mind that. I mean, back then they were all pretty bare bones. But this one is interesting considering it is literally like a lot more polished. And it does have a lot more to it. Especially since you can actually play as Nico in this one. In the original, you could only play as Stobart. I mean, I didn't mind that. I didn't mind playing the Stobart only, but I do like the fact you can play as Nico here as well, especially since later games would actually let you play as both characters, so it makes sense. But yeah, we're going to be starting Broken Sword Shadow Templars right now, so there's 15 chapters in this one, I think. So let's hope things go well, and so I can actually be in this day, because this is the beginning of the celebration of the 20th anniversary of Broken Sword, in which I'll be trying to beat this game. Not 100%, but at least beat this game.
Paris, city of love, romance, and dreams. So they say. I used to say it too, but ever since that day, the day of the murder, I've always associated my beloved Paris with death. I was at home having a bath when my editor called.
Collard, get your ass over to the Palais Royal now. You got an interview. With Pierre Carchon. Yes, the Pierre Carchon. No photos, so leave your gear at home. He asked for you personally. Don't ask me why. Anyhow, this could be big, so if he makes a pass, don't forget. Just smile, say yes, and keep taking notes.
So charming and so very apt. Pierre Carchon was a media king, a national hero, and one of the most infamous adulterers in Europe. He and his wife Imelda were just one step down from royalty. Whoa, I hate mimes, but unless you humor them, they don't go away. Here I was, the palace of the Media King and the Ice Queen. I pressed the doorbell and set in motion a chain of events which would change my life forever.
Yes? What is it?
Madame, my name is Nico Collard. I'm here to see Monsieur Carchon.
Come up, we're on the first floor.
Madame Carchon, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, I'm sure.
The Ice Queen was certainly living up to her reputation. Will you be staying for the interview?
Mademoiselle, I know little of my husband's business affairs, and I care even less. I certainly have no intention of watching him pore over yet another pretty little journalist.
Pretty. You're too kind, madame.
Ah, the talented and very beautiful Mademoiselle Collard. Such a pleasure to meet you at last.
Monsieur Carchon, I am honored.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Call me Pierre, please. But I do not flatter you idly. I was a friend of your father. He was a great man.
My father, he never mentioned.
He and I were very close. And then his death. So tragic. I must... Imelda, your damned cat's in my study again. Another Ming vase, I suppose. Excuse me for one moment, my dear girl.
You journalists are getting younger each year.
Perhaps it's the rest of the world getting older, madame. That was no cat. My God! What? Monsieur Carchon!
He's dead. I must call the police. You'd better stay here.
There was a man. It was the mime. Do you think he...
Well, I believe we can rule out suicide, don't you?
No wonder they called her the Ice Queen. She would have been top of my list of suspects if I hadn't seen the attacker myself. And if I hadn't come across a couple of murders just like this already. One of the most important men in Europe murdered. And here was I, Nico Collard, alone at the scene of the crime. Should I wait for the cops? Or start my own investigation? It was a no-brainer.
And thus, we begin the game. With the mouse pointer, we move around and discover stuff by clicking on stuff. You know, it's a point-click game, so we have to. But yeah, there is a animated blue circle that is indicative of points of interest, which I don't really give a damn about. And yeah, there will be a lot of things I'll be having to do, but I probably won't be using any hints, that's for sure. I'll probably try to do my best at figuring the stuff out myself. But I will check out the diary when we have new stuff going on it, and you know, inventory, it's important, and I'll save my game every now and then. So let's have a look here. Mine back end came to find a male distraught. Must get to the bomb start, but the police arrive. Alright, let's look at this. Hello.
A small round piece of glass had been cut out of the pane. This was a professional job.
Yep.
This was the work of the mime. Unless the cat was in on it too.
Nah, I don't think so.
I didn't want to cut myself and leave blood on the glass. Call me old-fashioned, but I like to keep my DNA to myself.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Your original 18th century high-security window handle.
Neato.
The killer must have used a ladder to reach the window. He was long gone. Guess he folded that ladder up, popped it in his pocket and took it with him.
Damn it. Well, might as well. Let's get the body.
Mimes and guns don't usually go together, but I had an idea that this was no ordinary mime. I'd come across this murderer before, and written about him. The costume killer, at least that's what I'd called him.
The costume killer. Well, let's look around.
His lifeless eyes stared blankly at nothing.
Let's just close them.
I closed his eyes. It was the least I could do for the poor fellow.
Yeah. Let's see, what's in this?
Some people hate searching corpses for clues. Me, I'm okay with it. Reminds me of an old boyfriend.
That's quite a joke. There'll be a lot of references you'll understand if you've seen the freaking games. But if you haven't, welcome to the anniversary in which I'll be playing all the games, and then you'll understand.
Carchon had been shot.
No shit. Right, what's this?
In his pocket, I found a ticket stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. Taking the ticket meant I tampered with the evidence. There was no going back now.
Yep. That's usually the case with this game. Let's see, what's this?
It was one of my hair clips. My favorite, in fact. It must have fallen when I was knocked down.
Good thing we took that, otherwise we'll let evidence. Let's see.
I had closed his eyes. Rigor mortis hadn't set in yet.
Okay. Nothing else to click on, so I might as well just leave for now. Let's see, what can we look at? Oh, here we go.
A bust of Pierre Carchon, humble servant of La France.
Alright. Anything else we can look at? That.
The bookcase was filled with obscure first editions.
Alright. Another bust.
Pierre Carchon again. His eyes seemed to follow me around the room.
I don't know why he has it like that, but whatever. Nothing else we can click on. Might as well leave then.
The police could turn up at any minute. Somewhere there were clues to the murder, and I needed to find them.
And we will find them. Because we got enough time in the world to deal with this.
A Louis XIV table with an antique cloth. Imelda had taste. But hey, with a husband that rich, taste is easy.
Alright, let's see. What's this? Okay, what's under the cloth?
A beautiful cloth had been draped over the table. It was embroidered with an unusual cross. I reckoned that cloth might just turn out to be useful.
Wait, is someone gonna click on here?
There was a tiny hole in the tabletop. Part of the inlay had been chipped away.
Really?
Even my fingernail wouldn't fit into such a small hole.
Well, let's see if I have an inventory item we can use here. Maybe this.
Aha! Nico, you are just so damn good at this stuff.
Alright, what is this?
A key had been hidden in a secret compartment. A modern key. Instead of comforting Imelda, I was ransacking her flat. Why? Because there was something going on here, and I had to get answers before the cops arrived. And hey, she'd been rude to me, so she had it coming.
Well, that's what you get when you're being a bitch. Let's see, what's going on with her journal now? Nothing? Alright. Anything else I can look at?
A medieval pageant. Original, no doubt. The tapestry must have cost a fortune.
Anything else? What's this?
Imelda had talent, but I certainly wasn't going to tell her that. It was a tube of acrylic paint. French ultramarine.
Alright.
Just the color I was after for my bathroom.
I'm sorry, I have to go. Someone is...
Young lady, what are you doing? Oh, this paint. It's my favorite color.
For God's sake, keep the damn stuff.
Well, good thing she didn't tell us to drop it, otherwise it would have been a problem. Anything else around this room? There's a door here.
The door was locked.
Damn it. Anything else I can click on? I can look at that, but I've already done that. Anything else to look at on the table? Nothing else to look at on there. Alright, we'll continue on from here. Let's see. What's in this room? There's a phone.
Even the telephone was antique. Never trust anyone who owns a phone like that.
Alright. And what about her?
Imelda looked shocked, but still every bit as hostile.
Well, we might as well go ahead and talk to her.
Excuse me, madame.
Yes?
Right. Now, when we do the talking bit, we can choose faces, which are the people we've met, and items we have or we found. So, let's go ahead and talk about, her husband first.
I am so sorry for your loss, madame.
No, you're not. You're a journalist. Journalists don't feel sorry.
Not true.
We shall see.
Alright. We can keep asking until it's gone, by the way.
Why did your husband send for me? What did he want to discuss?
I have no idea. His business was his business.
He never told you anything.
No, and frankly, I preferred it that way.
Now, let's see. What about this guy right here?
How did your husband know my father?
I have no idea.
You didn't know him? Thierry Coulard.
Pierre knew a lot of people I didn't know, most of them women.
And now, the mime.
Why would a mime want to kill your husband?
Pierre had plenty of enemies. Half the husbands in Paris for a start. This is quite a scoop for you. I suppose you're already inventing the headlines.
Just because I am a journalist.
Don't patronize me. You're all cut from the same cloth. Do you have any moral sense at all?
Jesus, she's a bitch. Now, these kinds of questions, you now have to, go angel or devil. Now, these usually don't matter, but they can be a tough decision at times, because they can be important. You only do them once, too. So, for me, I'm going to go angel, Nicole, and not devil, Nico.
Yes, that's why I do this job.
You do it to see your name in print.
As if. My editor gets the byline, I just do the work.
Well, don't expect my sympathy.
The police will be here soon, madame. Is there anybody you would like me to contact? Family, friends?
No, I have no family. Pierre and I were... He was all I had, really. Not much, was it? The dutiful wife. That was my role. He never talked, never let me in.
I know one thing, madame.
What?
If you want to find out who killed your husband, then you let me do the job, not the police.
Why? How do I know I can trust you?
Let's go angel again.
Your husband invited me here today because he needed me. I think he knew somebody wanted to kill him, and he knew I could help.
I doubt it was your database he was after.
You're wrong. I was onto his killers already, I am sure of it. Please, you owe it to him.
I don't know.
All I need is a few more minutes to look around before the police come.
You really do have a moral sense, don't you? I trust so few people. And perhaps Pierre really did think that you could help. Of course it wouldn't have stopped him seducing you too. Here, take this. It's the key to the drawing room next to the library at the end of the hall. It was Pierre's room. I rarely went in there. I couldn't. I was too scared of what I might find.
And there we go.
Thank you. I promise you won't regret this.
Now we have something in the journal. Imelda doesn't trust you very much. Fortunately, she has chosen to let me investigate her husband's murder. And she has given us a key. We have 2 keys, which is good. But, let's see what this door leads. Is it locked?
I thought of leaving, but was sure there was more to find.
Nope, but it is the exit, so now we know where that is. Well, we have the key, so let's go ahead and unlock that one door. If the camera would move a bit faster. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the slow-moving cameras. Then again, that
now
was...
we were getting somewhere.
Yep. Then again, that was the thing of these old games. You would have these slow-moving padding... like, shit, forgot the name of the. You pretty much get the slow movement of the camera to let you know like where you're going and such, and to see the rest of the room. It would always be slow, so it would take forever to get somewhere. All right, let's see. Let's see what this does.
I didn't need the lights on. It was light enough already.
All right. There's something over here. Let's see.
As expected, the desk was yet another priceless antique. Yawn. The blotter and in tray had clearly been placed with mathematical precision.
Oh boy.
I didn't want to take the tray, but I knew that I could use it.
All right. What about this elephant?
My heart skipped a beat. It was a carved elephant. But not just any carved elephant. It had been made by my father. I knew for certain because in my apartment I had its exact twin, carved into a box he had made. So Carchon had known my father. They really must have been friends. I decided to take the carved elephant. It clearly meant nothing to Imelda.
Yep. What about this?
I didn't need a sheet of blotting paper. Not while it was blank.
All right. So you have two things we can't use. Well, let's see what else we've got. You know what? This painting is interesting to me right now.
The painting showed the Carchons together, in love. As the poet said, the past is a different country. Or did I read that in a fortune cookie?
Alright, well, let's have a look at that photo, shall we?
The Carchons. Noblesse oblige.
We can interact with it.
The painting was attached firmly to the wall.
Well, that sucks, but there is something right over here.
Aha! There was a small button hidden in the picture frame.
Hidden my ass, it's right in plain view.
There was the very faintest of clicks.
Well, can I just... there we go.
Behind the picture was a safe.
Alright, I think it's obvious what happens next. We do have it, so let's go ahead and use it.
The safe was locked. I needed the key.
And I have the key, why isn't it working? There we go. Alright, what is this?
There was a strange stone cylinder in the safe.
Alright, might as well take it.
In the safe was some kind of artifact. There were strange symbols on its surface. It looked like the printer's blocks I'd made at art school. If there was one thing I'd learned about symbols, they are always important. But these symbols scratched into stone were impossible to read. I needed to find a way of printing them. At least the stone was round. But what could I use for ink? And what could I print on? Sure, I was stealing, but I knew Imelda didn't know about the artifact, and Carchon was past caring.
Alright. Now then, this is where a puzzle comes in. There's two solutions to this one, but I only know of one of them. So, let's see, where's the paint? There's the paint. I'll put it in the tray.
I'd spread blue paint over the bottom of the tray. It was ruined. I was a very bad girl, but also quite a clever one.
Yep, because now I have to put the cylinder on there.
I rolled the artifact in the paint until it was completely coated.
Yep. Now, I will go ahead and put this on the blotting paper.
Genius! The roller and the paint worked just as I planned. But what did it say?
Well, we might as well have a look at it, shall we?
A secret message had been printed on the blotting paper.
Oh.
It was some kind of coded message. It read, subjudice. I may not have learned a lot as a journalist, but that was a term I knew well. It means a legal case that is before the courts. Below it was a sequence of letters that made no sense. I suddenly realized there was a connection between the boat ticket and the coded message. The boat ticket was stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. The conciergerie on the Ile de la Cité, by the river, housed the ancient law courts. So, subjudice could in this case mean literally under the law courts, below the conciergerie. I was pretty sure I'd found all I could here. And besides, all this opulence was making me pine for my regular life of poverty. This was a huge story. It was also one heck of a puzzle with a lot of pieces missing. But I was going to crack it. And if I could just remember the name of that fancy prize you get for being an ace journalist, I was definitely going to win it this time.
Yep, we're gonna be winning that big prize. The journal now says, in her own safe, found blah blah blah. Already got that done. Subjudice. So now we know about the subjudice fame in the letters. Conchan was carrying a boat ticket for the Bateaux de la Cité. I'm not good at my French. And I should follow the clues exactly by going to the quayside, which is our next location. But first, I actually need to talk to Melda, because it is very important. I wish I could run. Running could be useful. Oh well. Let's get to Imelda.
Did you find anything useful?
This carving, do you know anything about it?
It was Pierre's. What does the statue have to do with...
Please, I need to know.
He was given it by a friend, something to do with Africa.
He never explained any more.
No, but I think it was important to him, always on display. Why?
It was carved by my father.
Oh, I see. I didn't know.
Imelda, I will do everything I can to find the killer.
Thank you, my dear.
And if the police ask,
Don't worry. You were never here.
subjudice was the key. I was going to have to find a way under the conciergerie. I decided to head straight for the quayside on the Ile de la Cité. If there was a way of getting under the conciergerie, it would have to be from there. Conchan wasn't the type for messing about on the river. He was up to something down here. Something that got him killed.
Yeah, so I didn't actually mute myself at that point. I should have had, because that was a cutscene. God dang it. Well, let's have a look at this boat here, because that might be important.
An old boyfriend of mine owned a barge once. Dampest relationship I ever had. In every way.
Let's see. We could go that way, but I'm not going to bother. Let's have a look around here.
It was the old boathouse for the conciergerie. If I was right about the meaning of subjudice, then the answer had to lie somewhere here on the quayside.
Alright, let's have a look around. Oh, look
The
at that.
conciergerie. Former royal palace, prison and law courts. And also home to the busiest guillotine in the French Revolution.
Anyway, what else can we look at? What's this?
The cross looked familiar. I'd seen it before. It was embroidered on the lace cloth I'd picked up at Carchon's apartment. I knew I was on the right track.
Yep. Let's have a look at what this could be all about.
I tried pushing the fence, but it wouldn't move. A strange pair of locks stopped the latches from releasing the gate.
Well, I think we have a puzzle on our hands. Two puzzles, and it's this kind of puzzle in which you have to slide a whole bunch of stuff around to actually get this in the middle, I think. It's gonna take some time. So yeah, we have to click and drag. So let's see if I can figure this out. I'm gonna get a lot of the stuff out of the way so I can make some room for these two to get out of the way. This one, more importantly, get out down there so I can move that in. Let's be hopeful that I don't screw this up. Okay, let's see. Think go like this, and then I put you there. I need to put like that. Down, across, get out of the way. Let's go back a bit, cause I need to get you out of the way. Busy. Alright. Yeah. Okay, go that way. Down there. Getting close. Getting close. Think that. And there we go.
Yes. One down, one to go.
Alright, we're doing good. We're getting those puzzles done. Let's try the right one. It's the same one, except this is a different one. It's more difficult. Maybe. I don't know. It might actually be a bit easy. I have played these kinds of games before where they could either be very easy or very hard. It's not really well known, but it just depends on how good you are at it. And I can be pretty decent at these. Let's see. 10. I think I go back a bit on this one. Let's just push you up and pull you there. That, I think. Pull you up there. Let's see. I guess get these out of the way and put that there. Put that down. Pull you in. Pull you back up. Pull you back. Yeah, that's it.
Nothing like a good convent education for honing your lockpicking skills.
There we go. Now then, let's get ourselves inside. Oh. Or I could just fall down like that. That's good enough.
For a room full of junk, that was one very sophisticated lock system. This place was definitely fishy. In more ways than one.
Well, we have to explore anyway. Anything new on the diary? No. Okay, let's click on the, this. Oh,
Oops.
good job, Nico. What's this?
An old shell case. I wondered what that was doing there.
Alright, well, we got something new here. It's now below the consigliere subjudice. Hooray, we found a shell case! Good thing to find the ghetto. Okay. Wait, does that say ghetto? Oh, the grotto. I'm sorry, I am being too fuggy. Let's see. Let's have a look at this thing here.
The words sinister and Dexter were carved on either side. Now any good convent girl like me knows the old Roman for left, right. But what did it mean here?
Yes, what did it mean? Well, we need something for the middle.
The hole was too small even for my little hand.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put this in there.
Mystery solved. Carchon's stone cylinder slotted into the hole with a satisfying click.
Now, let's try and figure this out.